The rain fell in heavy sheets, drumming against the cobblestones of the ancient marketplace. Amid the chaos, a lone philosopher stood undisturbed, his cloak soaked but his mind untouched by the storm. He understood what most did not: external events could not shake him unless he allowed them to. This is the essence of Stoicism. Mastering your mindset begins with realizing that while you cannot control the world, you can always control your response. A young merchant once approached the philosopher, furious that his shipment had been delayed yet again. "This ruinous weather steals my profits," he shouted. The philosopher simply smiled and asked, "Can you command the skies to clear?" The merchant fell silent. The lesson was clear: frustration stems from demanding the impossible. Peace comes from accepting what you cannot change and focusing only on what you can: your choices, your efforts, your attitude. Consider the archer. He draws his bow with skill, aims with precision, and releases the arrow. But once it leaves his hand, the wind may carry it off course. Does he rage against the air? No, he accepts that the outcome is no longer his to command. He focuses only on perfecting his shot. So too must we direct our energy toward our actions, not their results. Mastery lies in effort, not in guarantees. There was a general who led his men into battle knowing defeat was likely. Yet he fought with unwavering discipline. When asked why he did not despair, he replied, "Victory is not mine to decide, but courage is." Stoicism teaches us that true strength is not in winning but in refusing to be broken by loss. Every setback is an opportunity to practice resilience, to prove to yourself that your spirit is unshakable. A student once complained to his teacher, "People insult me constantly. How do I make them stop?" The teacher responded, "Would you demand a barking dog fall silent? Then why demand fools become wise?" The insults of others only have power if we value their opinions. Free yourself by recognizing that another's words reflect their mind, not your worth. Imagine carrying a heavy boulder up a hill, only to watch it roll back down each time. Many would curse the rock, the slope, the gods. The Stoic, however, asks, "What does this teach me?" Persistence. Humility. The futility of resistance. Life will always roll boulders down upon us. Our growth comes not from stopping them but from strengthening our backs. A king once sought the secret to happiness. The philosopher he consulted handed him a ring inscribed with the words, "This too shall pass." The king scoffed, but in times of joy and sorrow, he remembered, no emotion, no circumstance, lasts forever. Stoicism does not demand we suppress feeling but that we remember its impermanence. Master your mind by observing your emotions, not being ruled by them. Two prisoners sat in the same cell. One stared at the bars, consumed by bitterness. The other studied the sunlight streaming through the window, finding beauty in its patterns. Both were confined, but only one was free. Your external conditions do not define your life, your perspective does. Stoicism is the art of finding freedom within any cage. A wealthy man lay on his deathbed, surrounded by riches yet filled with regret. "I spent my life chasing what I thought would make me happy," he whispered. The Stoic knows that fulfillment is not found in possessions but in virtue, integrity, wisdom, kindness. No fortune can buy peace of mind, it is cultivated through deliberate thought and action. A sailor does not curse the storm for its violence but adjusts his sails to navigate it. Likewise, the Stoic does not waste energy lamenting misfortune but adapts. Obstacles are not roadblocks, they are the path. Every challenge is a chance to practice wisdom, to prove that your mindset cannot be conquered by circumstance. There is an old tale of a sculptor who was asked how he carved such lifelike statues from stone. "I simply remove everything that is not the figure," he said. Stoicism is similar. It is the chisel that strips away irrational fears, unnecessary desires, and false judgments, revealing the unshaken core of your true self. A traveler once lost his way in a dense forest. Panic set in until he remembered the stars above were constant. He navigated by their light and found his path. Stoicism is those stars, an unchanging guide in the chaos of life. When emotions cloud your judgment, return to reason. It will always show you the way. The philosopher Epictetus, born a slave, was once beaten by his master. "Calmly," he said, "you will break my leg if you continue." The master, enraged, struck harder until the bone snapped. Epictetus merely remarked, "Did I not warn you?" Even in pain, he understood that suffering comes not from the injury but from the belief that the injury is unbearable. A farmer toiled for months, only for locusts to devour his crops. His neighbor expected despair, but the farmer simply planted again. "The earth does not owe me a harvest," he said. "I owe myself the effort." Stoicism teaches gratitude for the chance to try, not entitlement to success. The value is in the labor, not the reward. A mother once grieved deeply for her lost child. A Stoic sage told her, "You do not mourn because death is unnatural, but because you believed life was permanent." This is not coldness, it is clarity. To love fully yet accept impermanence is the balance Stoicism seeks. Grief is human, but suffering is optional. A warrior sharpened his sword daily, though no enemy approached. When asked why, he said, "Better to prepare and never fight than to fight unprepared." The Stoic mind is that sword, honed through daily practice so that when chaos strikes, you are ready. Discipline is the armor no misfortune can pierce. A man spent years seeking the perfect place to live, somewhere without hardship. He traveled the world, only to find suffering everywhere. Finally, a wise woman told him, "Wherever you go, there you are." Stoicism reveals that inner peace is not found in a location but in acceptance. The kingdom of the mind is the only one you need rule. The final lesson is this: Stoicism is not about becoming unfeeling but about becoming undisturbed by feeling. A lake does not resist the wind, yet when the storm passes, its surface is calm once more. Master your mindset not by fighting emotions but by letting them pass through you. In the end, the only thing you truly control is the meaning you assign to your life. Choose wisely.